Good evening, Ruskin enjoyers. I hope you're doing all right. Well, we've got quite a talk to do because it's basically the final video talking about post-Christmas 2024. And overall, wasn't exactly super good, was it? We've had quite a long discussion going over all of that. But let's just remember how things kind of started off. At the very beginning of November 2023, I was optimistic. I had over 46,000 skins, put a tweet out, got quite far, had a lot of people respond and reply to me, which was really nice, really cool. So that happened. That was interesting. So anyway, I also produced this video that you see right here. I made quite a big fuss about this because I was optimistic based on what I saw in the previous years with all the previous post-Christmases. Usually around January time, skin prices tend to skyrocket. We get a very, very nice peak in player count. And of course, what follows with a lot of people returning to play the game, a lot of money gets thrown into the game, and skin prices across the board were expected to increase. It was, it's going to be a wonderful time. That's what we thought was going to happen. Well, unfortunately, Christmas 2023 wasn't exactly very good, was it? And then as we rolled into January 2024, things weren't exactly super great, was it? It wasn't spectacular, unfortunately. So we're just going to kind of go over everything. We're going to talk about, how I progressed and, how long I went on for, and was it really worth it? We're going to talk about how much sales I eventually made, how much revenue. Let's proceed. So, looking at all of that, in total, when I kind of figured everything out, I had about 46,500 plus skins. That is what I was set at the very beginning of November 2023. And then I kind of made my account private. I locked it in. And if you were to go click that link right there, it would have shown you my inventory because I put that in the description right there, as you can see. And if we quickly hop over to here, you'll see what it looked like. You would have seen this. I had over 46,000 skins, but at that current time, I had 500 skins that were sealed away on my 8 accounts because some of them were non-tradable, if that makes sense to you. So things I definitely bought and would be marketable at some point in the future. There's about 540 of them. Couldn't trade them onto here. So in total, at that time, 46,500 plus. Cool. So I was very optimistic, as I said. I thought everything would work out. I have tons of skins here, ridiculous amounts. As I scroll down, you will see there's just tons and 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 tons of them. I've got to zoom out a fair bit so you can kind of see that without the weird black screen at the bottom. But yeah, Christmas theme skins, other holiday theme skins, and across the board, a lovely, selection of skins. So, how did things turn out? Well, if we quickly hop over to here, I have I have my little graph here. It's not exactly super great because it's Notepad, but, it's simple, straightforward. And as you can see, with the likes of November 29, that's when I started to actually properly sell my Christmas skins. Unfortunately, Christmas skins didn't do super great. We can talk more about that, but honestly, just to generalize, basically, a lot of people were involved. We didn't exactly have a great start with December because, well, in comparison to 2022, with the beginning of 2023's December, we didn't get a force wipe until, well, the 7th of December, the absolute latest possible time. 2022 had it quite literally at the very beginning of December. So December 2022 was awesome. Loads of sales happened. Lots of money went, everywhere. And, loads of people were happy. But with December 2023, things weren't very good. I didn't really make that many sales, and by December 24th, I did not really make that much profit. Barely, maybe a few thousand, if you can recall. And to just go kind of take you back into the past, I do have my playlist over here. So if I were to go to playlists, Rust Christmas Investing 2023. All the videos talking about, in the lead up and preparing for Christmas and post-Christmas, it's all here. You can see it for yourself. You can see how slowly during the month it kind of dawned on us that things aren't looking very good. But we're still optimistic for post-Christmas. But post-Christmas rolled in and then it just wasn't really super good either. That was very unfortunate to see. It's all there. So feel free to go look for all of that to get a much better understanding based on what we're thinking at the current time. So if we quickly hop back over to here. Christmas wasn't very good, but we remained optimistic for post-Christmas. So after December 26th, we looked at all the skins. There were some notable skins getting bought out. Things were looking pretty interesting. Slowly as we crept towards the end of December, rolling into January 2024, skin prices were doing very nicely. We made points how Whiteout Collection was reaching new all-time high peaks. Forest Raiders as well. No, meta skins were getting completely bought out. We were seeing people returning to play the game. So when January full swipe rolled in, let's quickly show you this. We had an insane player count. We saw up to and over 190,000 people playing the game. Ridiculous number. We beat January 2023's peak player count. We even beat the recent summer peak player count. July 2023's 182,000. So lots of people returned to play the game. Lots of people enjoyed themselves. And as you can see at the likes of the average player count, 93,261. Still very, very good. It's less than January. That's fine. Understood. But either way, anyway, that's still a very, very, very good player count compared to what we had just a good few months ago. I'm not complaining. But what I would complain about is the lack of money. What does that mean? Well, unfortunately, whilst we had a lot of people return to play the game, and they were playing a lot, we had like an insane first week of January time. It just didn't really bring any funds, any money. There was interest in skins, but the skins didn't go up in price. Now, we've been discussing this quite a lot. We've been talking about various different factors and whatnot. But in short, basically, well, I can show this to you. We've got the statistics to share. Whilst sales were happening, prices didn't really climb up. And when you make comparisons to the previous years, like take, for example, Full Swipe Weekend, January 2022, for example, sales over 140,000, all the way up to 155,000, very nice. Last year, or the previous year, January 2023, we had like 160,000 across the board on average, maybe. So those did very nice sales and whatnot, very nice profits. But 2024 was lacking quite a lot. But the very unfortunate thing is, when you look at the actual amount of skins that were sold, lots more were sold, but for less money. So yeah, what's going on? So it looks like the skins have now started to really lose their value. But what could potentially have, caused this? Well, by default, across the world currently, in 2024, everywhere in the world, a lot of people are suffering. We don't really have that much money. There's a bit of a crisis, a cost of living crisis to be precise, and it's not really doing anybody any favours at the moment. I should also point out, with Rust kind of having a bit of a dip, Counter-Strike is going for a very big dip. With the very strong start to 2023 for Counter-Strike, it is down bad, real bad. But let's focus Rust, okay? So as we just established there, lots of skins were sold, but less money was earned. Now, many other things that could be taken into consideration. If I were to quickly hop back over to here, go to the likes of scmm.app, if I were to go to the likes of the items here, you might notice that over the past, within the past 2 or so months, we've got a lot of Twitch drops. Lots of skins have just basically been given to us and whatnot. It's estimated that during 2023, we had 600 to 800, maybe about 700 to 800 brand new skins given to us. I'm talking about marketable skins in the Rust stores and Twitch drops. Just constant more things being given and put out and out and out and out. In total, there's just over 4,000 Rust skins in circulation, but last year we saw about 700 to 800,000, being added. So could it be a case of, simply put, people just don't have any money? Or is it because we have far too many options? Or is it because we're being given far too many free stuff? Now, a lot of people also said maybe people would rather put their money towards the likes of DLCs. That's fine. But that's not really enough money. That's not really enough money to make me think, okay, that's definitely going to be a massive impact. Not really. Because typically you'd still have, or see, a lot of people still spending more money regardless. Trust me when I say, with all the previous post-Christmases, with the many people playing around then, there was lots of money being thrown around. Lots of money. Usually, January time is the best time to sell your skins. New all-time high prices and whatnot, but just didn't happen. It just didn't happen. So, 46,500 skins here. What does it look like now? 44,772. That doesn't make sense, does it? You're sitting there saying that I only did about 1,500 sales. No. And there's a very good explanation for this. I sold a lot of skins. I sold tons of skins. But it turns out, with the post-Christmas 2024 not exactly been doing super great, I'm still buying skins. And I do have this to show off to you real quickly, so if I could just quickly grab this. I had to count up recently, today, because I wanted to find out how many total skins I actually currently have. On my other accounts, right, I have a lot of skins that are non-tradable, aka I bought them recently. Within the past 7 days, I bought another 1,242 skins. So, if I'm constantly trying to sell skins, for example, but I'm also constantly buying skins with buy orders, which I can show you here, they're still buying that, still buying this. I don't stop. I just can't stop buying things because I have loads of buy orders put down. Now, across the board, they're very cheap. I bought a small Fireworks pack, Skull Trophy, and Tiger Garage Door there for just barely over $1. That's cool. But you get the idea. I'm just constantly buying more and more and more things. So as much as I can put the effort into sell skins, I'm still... loads of skins are still being given to me. Or rather, I'm buying them. So I will sit here and confidently sit here and say I definitely did several thousand sales. But I just don't know how much in total I did. I didn't keep track, and it's going to be real hard to keep track because I'm constantly listing things and watching it sell and then relisting things and watching it sell, relisting things and watching it sell. And I'm doing that on 8 different accounts, which we can see like back over to here. So, yeah. It's been awkward. It has been awkward. But from here, from November 29 to January 28, I will sit here and say quite a lot of money was earned. So I gained £6,179, which is equal to around $7,846. That's just on the accounts. So sales were made, money has now been added to those accounts, but they're not all fully maxed out, funnily enough. See, this is where I'm going to have to show you how good January 2023's post-Christmas was. And we will show that right now. So if I were to go over to here and bring this up, here we are. This is last year. Last year was so much more fun and enjoyable. Last year, I finished on January 9th, and I maxed out all of my accounts. Now, in all fairness, there was 7 accounts then, but the point still remains. With 7 accounts, I did £6,596 worth of profit, or, sales, you get the idea, and that was equal to about $8,000. Huh. Yeah, so... the difference, well, I put like another 3 weeks in this year, and I still walked away with less. Yep. That is very, very, very noticeable, I'm sure, which you can probably see for yourself there. And if I were to go through all the things that I bought, lots and lots and lots of things, in total, across the board, with all the money that was gained on the accounts, and the amount of money that was spent on various cool things that I wanted to buy, I must have raised about £17,500, which was equal to just over $21,000, which, if I were to remind you of, I did do this video over here. So do you remember this? I sold $20,000 worth of Ruskins in over 2 months. That was my video that I put out in early 2023, just to go over the idea of post-Christmas was really nice, really enjoyable. And things like that was what I was expecting to see with this year, but it didn't happen. It just simply did not happen. I did manage to kind of keep track, and I did about just under 9,000 sales for last year's post-Christmas. But this year, yeah, it just simply didn't happen. So this is where we go over to here real quickly and just remind ourselves. Total sales in the first 2 weeks of January. Well, 2024 did have quite a lot, but it ended up with the least amount of money. So, awkward. Yep. So this is where we now have to make a comparison of how much money did I raise this year. So if I go over to here, just quickly show this off. So I did do various different purchases over the course of the past 2 or 3 months. So basically, I made some direct purchases. Oh, there's a very good Rust store where we have the likes of Redemption Saps and Brutalist Armored Doors and Neon Vibes Furnaces. Bought 50 each of those. Various buy orders went through, unfortunately, with the likes of the Argentinian currency kind of crashing, but not fully updating on Steam. Loads of people went and bought Anubis collection packages in-game and CS, and then just unloaded them onto the Steam market. The currency was so weak that they could just buy things and directly sell them and still make profits, aka sell them to the highest buy orders on the Steam market. Yeah, they still made profit because of that. Yeah, awkward. So, yeah, Counter-Strike's down bad. Anyway, so then there was other various things. I did make some more direct purchases. Some buy orders also went through. It all adds up, and basically it gets to the point of I only did about £10,000 in terms of total sales which equals to just over $13,000 worth. $13,036 to be precise. So yeah, 13,036. Just wanted to point out. So yeah, this year, definitely worse. Would I call it a dud? Yes. Would it be considered absolutely horrible? I wouldn't say that. I still made some profits and whatnot. I still walk away with a decent amount of money. I just fully expected more. And I do worry for the outlook for next year. Is it going to be better or is it going to be worse? What about, with the summertime? Will summertime still be good? We do normally see a lot of people play during the summer on Rust, and we do tend to see very strong player counts and whatnot. But with what we just showcased to you a minute ago, player counts didn't, correlate to success, did it? It did not. We didn't see profits, big fat profits at the very least. But you never know. Things might improve by then. Maybe the world will recover. We shall see. We shall see. But is that the only factor that matters? The cost of living crisis and whatnot. Chat. YouTube, you got to comment. You got to share your feedback. What do you personally think? I'm not sitting here depressed. I'm just so. I really was expecting some insane prices. It just didn't really happen. It's unfortunate. It is unfortunate. But, just keep on trucking. Keep on moving. But what's my outlook now? What's my outlook now in 2024? Well, at the very least, I look at a lot of these new skins and I just don't feel super optimistic that everything's going to be working out A-OK. With the likes of this current Rust store, for example, I'm actively just kind of looking at some of these skins and thinking, I don't even think I want to do a build room. I just don't feel like I want to even do a buy order on them. Or if I were, it's going to be a lot cheaper. See, there are so many weapon skins right now that are worth less than $1. So much so that even the likes of the metal, the metal component, what's the correct term to call it? Well, resource, that's it. To make weapon barrels and whatnot, that's gotten cheaper and cheaper because the weapons and the tools get cheaper and cheaper. This is now sitting at just barely over 90 cents, I believe, when usually it used to go all the way up and above $1. So it might not sound like a lot, but it is pretty notable. And there's quite a reasonable stack there. So, yeah, this is not looking good. And prices are now starting to struggle. Prices are now going down because we're getting closer to Easter time. So typically, we tend to see a bit of a drop-off with the player count, which you can see here. Look at last year. January 2023, 90,000 plus. Goes all the way down to low 80s. But then summer rolls in, and then we had some very nice high 90s again. That's very nice. That's very cool. But we also have the likes of the upcoming CS Major, CS2's first ever major, Copenhagen 2024. New content will be added to that game, aka new capsules, stickers, autograph stickers, souvenir packages. You get the idea. New content being added usually means people then look at the likes of Rust and liquidate their assets to get some more funds, then go towards the new content added to Counter-Strike. That happens routinely pretty much every single year with a new major. That is awkward. Very awkward. So I am going to have to try my best now to be a lot more cautious, be a lot more safer. I feel like from here and now, most things that come out in the Rust store now, I'm just going to do buy orders on. And it very likely might just be local buy orders. Because you do have to take into consideration the amount of options we have now for skins for every single item, whether it's weapons, tools, deplorables, you get the idea. Because when you take a look at all of them right now, they are not looking very good. And that is a very, very, very unfortunate sight to see. But there's far too many skins, you could say. And I feel like that is correct. And if we keep getting free skins with Twitch drops, what's the point in wanting to, buy these newer skins? Face Puncher's got to figure out something. Otherwise, we're kind of just going to be in a bit of a pit of despair. And I don't know how much longer this can last, but maybe there might be some improvement eventually down the line. What a wonderful way to end this. Oh, I'm so sorry. I am. And I feel real bad for the people who heard my optimistic ramblings when I was sitting here thinking, yeah, surely this is going to work out all right, and I'm going to sell all of these skins for a big fat profit, and we're all going to be happy, and we're all going to, enjoy ourselves. But no, it didn't really happen that way, did it? The reality is that things are changing, and it doesn't look super pretty. And, well, where do we go from here? As I said, got to play it safer, got to be a little bit more cautious, and unfortunately that very likely will mean less sales for skins across the board from here now, if all of us are playing it safer. Yeah, there's going to be some weird things going on, but if we keep getting Twitch drops, we keep getting like DLCs, maybe things would just keep getting worse. Awkward. Yes. So I feel like I've rambled more than enough by now. I am grateful for everybody who went ahead and did watch my videos and whatnot. Went through all the playlists, understood how everything worked out. Yeah, you got a silly Hedge photo, do you? What are you taking pictures of me in game for? That's not going to improve the mood, Micro. But, yeah. Hopefully things will be better next year. There's a lot of things that do need to be improved upon. But just be aware. I'm a madman. I won't stop. I'll keep on going. I'll keep on trying. But this is the end of this proper look and analysis for post-Christmas 2024. There were profits. It just wasn't insane profits. And that's the conclusion. I really wish I'd bought as much as I did last year with tons of profits. It was so good. And now it's all gone. Oh dear. But there's always another adventure. So we'll move on to the next thing. We have the likes of Lunar New Year, Valentine's coming up, then Easter, the lovely summertime, hopefully. And then again, through the whole routine of Halloween and Christmas and whatnot. So we've got to keep an eye on all of this. And we have to await the next dreaded autumn-fall seasonal dip. Oh no. But hey. If you did manage to sell all of your skins by now, props to you. Keep an eye out. Rust skin prices are expected to go down further as we roll into the likes of April time. But you want to look at all skins across the board by then and start making considerations. All right, maybe now's a good time to start considering buying some of these. And yes, I would recommend that because, of course, even if it might not be that much, prices are expected to increase and improve by the summertime. So, once again, thank you very much for watching me. I greatly appreciate it. Hope this was all insightful and reasonably helpful for you. But from here and now, things are different. We can't go super crazy. And, as a final note, what am I going to do now? I've got 44,000 skins, plus, the 1,200. I've still technically got 46,000 skins. Oh no, I've got to sell all of this somehow. And so much of it's super cheap. Scroll down, damn you. Scroll down. Look at it all. And, I'm not dumb with my selling, I don't want to sell things for super cheap. I don't want to cause the Steam market to crash. But what am I going to do? Like I said, I might need to turn most of those weapons and tools into, metal. But that's just one thing. What about all the clothing and the armor and the deplorables? Oh, dear. I don't want to end up in this type of position. So, from here and now, yeah, I probably won't even bother putting a buy order on every single new skin from here and now. I'm going to have to make some changes. Otherwise, I'm just going to be stuck in a hoarding house with the likes of all of these skins. And I don't know how to escape. Oh dear. So, have a lovely 2024 and just try and stay optimistic. But learn from these things that I've shown to you and tread cautiously. Yes. Hopefully things do turn around and become very nice again in the future. But we awkwardly have to go through the next bad times. April times. So, catch you later. See you, goodbye.